In this session, we'll see about the function, some more about the function. So let's start with the thing. Yeah, the agenda is what are Python lambda functions, why are they used, how to write anonymous functions, lambda functions with user-defined functions, filter, map, and reduce function, solving algebraic expression using lambda. So this is the agenda of this video. What are Python lambda functions? It's anonymous or nameless functions. It is not name, but it's a keyword. Lambda is not name. In fact, it's a keyword. Why are they used? You might be wondering why lambda functions are required. You may use it for one time. So also known as throwaway functions, as they are needed just once. So rather writing entire code, definition, function, write a lambda. Input output of other functions. They're used to pass input or return as output their higher order functions, which reduces the code size also. It will have a single line of code. So just write it. If at all, if you want to, return some expressions value as a result, we can write it. How to write it? There's a syntax for writing lambda function, where we use a lambda operator. We specify the purpose, we use an expression, and we specifies the use of arguments 1 to n. ಅಂತಂದೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಪಟ ಪಟ ಕಟ ಕಟ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ. ಕಟ 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 ಅಂತ ಸೌಂಡ್ ಕೇಳಿಸುತ್ತೆ ರೀ ಪಾತ್ರೆಗಳದು. ಅದಲ್ಲ, ನಿಮ್ ಪಾತ್ರೆದು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು ನಾನು. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ವಾಸನೆ ಇಲ್ಲೇನ್ರಿ? ತಲೆ ಕೆಡ್ಸ್ಬಾರ್ದು ನನಗೆ. ಮಾಡಿ ಮಾಡಿ. So let's see in detail with the help of compiler, online environment, running environment. So lambda function, I'm naming it as lambda function here. So let's see it. So the lambda arguments, so this is the syntax and the expression. Lambda, the arguments. So here we are taking only one argument, and what is the need of it is square of it, that is a star a. So that's the expression. So I'm storing it in the value x, so that what happens, we can call that x3, 3, that is 3 into 3, that is 9. So that is we're getting as an output 9. See, if at all, if we want the same thing to be written as a function, we require a number of calls. We have to define a function, we have to return the value, and we have to call that function. All such things we have to do. And when usually functions are used, if you want to execute the same set of codes multiple times. Here, if at all, if you don't want it to be, used for multiple time, or if it's like one time if you want to use, we can make use of lambda function. The next thing is how to use those anonymous function within user-defined functions. So are best used with the other higher order functions. So we can see what we can do is we can use it inside it while returning. We can use the lambda function. Well, okay. So this, lambda function, it's better to use within a user-defined function. Lambda within user-defined function. So def a, that's a user-defined function. And I'm taking an argument as x, and I want it to return lambda. So while returning, I'm considering it as y. That x plus y, whatever the x value is there, plus and what the y value. So t a 4, so x is assigned with 4, and print t of 8. So it's nothing but 4 plus 8, 12. So that is getting printed. So now I'm passing two different values. So one time it prints 12, and then the second time I'm passing 7 plus 5, that is 12. Earlier it is 8 plus 4, 12. Next is lambda within filter. Filter which are given in the iterables like list, sets, etc. With the help of another function passed as an argument to test all the elements to be true or false. So we can see the list here, my list. So that is, I'm using it as a filter. It is a divided by 3, which is equal to 2. Let's see it with by executing it. Lambda within filter. So I'm creating the list, my list, and I'm providing the value as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 as the value for it. So new list where I'm using the lambda function within the filter. So filter function lambda. So a divided by 3. I mean the divided by 3. If it is equal to 2, my list. If at all, if it is 2, I mean the remainder is quotient is 2, then only 2, then only I want my list. It in the my list. So this is syntax for using it in the filter function. So filter function iterables. So the function is lambda and iterable is my list. Print new list. So error. Okay, I have given it as a filter. The spelling is wrong. Okay, let me correct it then. See, 6 is the answer. 6 is the 6 is the only value. Now after dividing it by 3, where we get the quotient as 2. So that has been added to the new list. So in this way, we can use a filter function lambda for lambda within filter function. So map function within map function applies a given function to all the iterables and returns the new list. So let's see it with the code. Lambda within map. So the syntax is map function, that is lambda and iterable. So let me use the same my list. So I'm copy pasting here. Then I'm storing it in a new list, that is P. Then list of map of lambda. So what's the condition I'm giving here is expression. Expression provided is something which is of similar expression. I'm using it here. If it is not equal to 2, earlier I have used equal to 2. Now except 6, everything I want it to be printed. Print P. So map usually it provides the values, boolean values. In that case, everything, except 6, everything is true, and only 6 is false. So this is how we can use lambda function within map. Now lambda can be used within reduce function, which applies some other function to a list of elements that are passed as an argument to it and finally returns a single value. So you can see the example now. reduce, the syntax for it is reduce function, that is lambda, comma, sequence. In what sequence? So let's take from school input. Okay, this is the module where we can import that reduce function from the package function tools. Reduce lambda, that is the two arguments is a comma b, then the expression is a plus b comma and other elements. So it's 23 plus 56, so that is 79, then plus solving algebraic expression using lambda. Then we need a equation. This is equal to lambda a. It's only argument. Then a star a. So it's 4 into 4, that is 16. So we can give it as an algebraic expression also, and we can use map, use all these functions also along with lambda. Then we can see other expression 3x plus 4y, 3 into star x plus 4 into y, that is 4 into y, so that if at all if we call d of whatever the value if we provide for x comma y, that provides a value is 40. Yeah, 3 into 4, 12, 12 plus 28, that is 40. The answer is 40. Quadratic equation. plus b square. So again, the quadratic equation also can be, that's one of the algebraic expression. So that also can be used as an expression for lambda function. Three comma 4. So 3 plus 4 square a square, a plus b whole square a square plus b square plus 4 a square plus b square plus 2ab. So according to that, the answer is 49. So in the video, we have seen lambda function in detail. In what are the ways the lambda function can be used? First of all, it's an anonymous function, and it is, it's like throwaway function. When we don't want, when you don't want a set of code to be executed multiple times, if you want only for that time being, if you want a function. So in such cases, we can make use of lambda function. And how to make use? We have seen several examples where we can use iterables like set, map, reduce, and all such functions can be used along with lambda function. Apart from algebraic expressions also can be used along with the lambda function.